Good morning. Welcome to the morning brief. Today is Monday, March 9th. As you can see from forexfactory.com news, you can see that every item on here is yellow and none of them are US related. So we've got no scheduled news to be released today. However, we still have the major news item that is on the docket at all times is the Iran situation, and the fact that we could have a Trump tweet at any given time. So still be aware that news can come out and move the markets, but there is no scheduled news for today. Looking at the charts, you can see we are gapping down substantially. And you can also see that we back this up. We went down and tested this low back in November. So that November low was tested. It did not break it. It's also a high volume node, but we are now below the 200-day moving average, which traditionally means once you break the 200-day moving average or you're below it, you are not in an uptrend anymore. You can still say that on a huge, gigantic picture, if we really scrunch this up, you can see that we are still on an uptrend, even though we are below the 200-day moving average. So long-term still uptrend. Medium term sideways, short term is definitely down. So when you look at it that way, that's sort of the overall big picture of what we're looking at. That being said, volume on Friday was just barely above average. So sure, just I can't quite figure out the situation with volume. When price goes down, you'd expect this to really ramp up and have high volume, but we're not seeing that. And yet when we have a big day, a big update, we're not seeing a ramp up of volume there either. So a lot of wait and see, a lot of people on the sidelines or getting ready to move to the sidelines. This would not surprise me. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, if we can hold these levels today. If we stay below the 200-day moving average with the actual close below it, it's negative for the market. Hopefully holding these lows on the very bottom, that would be a positive for the market. We'll just have to wait and see. Looking at the inventory, well, inventory was about flat. Only 900 contracts to the positive side on down price action on Friday. Again, very strange. Now, doesn't surprise me. It seems like there's always a lot of buyers when price goes down. Again, we've talked about this hundreds of times about the buy the dip folks and how that pattern has worked very successfully over the last 20 years until it doesn't. These guys will continue to prop the market up because I think the news out of Iran is not going to be good. It's going to continue to worsen. Oil prices are going to continue to go up. Basically, all energy costs are going to increase. And eventually, petroleum is a root product for lots of different products to be made, plastics, just all sorts of products use petroleum, and it will have a trickle down effect where those higher prices will affect other products other than gasoline, which is everybody's paying attention to right now. So yeah, that is what it is. Moving on, looking at the overnight action, approximately 117 points. And what's really interesting to me is look at the low, 65. We haven't had a 65 number in a very long time. So kind of getting ugly. 117 points. That's about 5 times normal volatility. Really, really out of control here for overnight action. That being said, where is support and resistance? Resistance. We've got some resistance at 6,200. 62.15 area has some confluence. Jump up to 67.40. 67.50, the whole number. 67.60. There's again some confluence around 67.70. On the downside, where do we have so there is some support right around the overnight low, 65.85, but we break that, it kind of gets ugly. Some confluence around 65.50, a couple of minor areas in between, but then 6,500, a ton of confluence below 6,500. So major support at 60 between 6,500 and 64. I'm going to call that 64.85. There is just a lot of stuff below, just below 6,500. So if we do take out this overnight low, at least there is a major support level below that. Stock Trader's Almanac for today is 38.1. So the historics is not helping this market. 38.1% chance the market will be up today from the Stock Trader's Almanac. That's all I've got for you today. Remember, cash is a position. You have a choice not to trade or to stay on the sidelines. And this would be a great time to be very, very cautious. So that's my 2 cents worth. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to subscribe and like. Hey, thanks for watching the Morning Brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the TroyLevels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com.